More than 2 years ago, the C word happened and changed our lives forever.
China has identified the cause of the mysterious pneumonia outbreak.
The World Health Organization has officially called it COVID-19.
How serious is this?
Well, at least for 2 years anyway. But things are slowly coming back to normal as society is getting used to the fact that COVID is just going to be part of our lives from now on. One of the industries that took the hit was of course tourism, and I just came back home from a big trip, leaving Czech Republic behind, spending few days in Spain, going to Mexico, traveling through Guatemala and exploring Peru. So the question is, how is traveling in 2022? Is it safe yet? Can you finally go for that vacation that you planned in 2020? The situation in Europe seems to be on decline, or people maybe just don't care anymore. In my country, Czech Republic, masks are mandatory only in hospitals and public transportation. But even then, people don't really wear them anymore. Other countries are also easing off with the restrictions, like Switzerland and Iceland, where there is basically no restrictions at all anymore. And some countries are remaining cautious, like Italy, for example. But overall, I think that Europe right now has different sort of problems to deal with. Asia is a mixed bag, and my experience is from Central and South America, but from what I've heard, there are countries that are slowly opening for tourism, while other countries are still closed off and seemingly not moving anywhere. I'm looking at you, Japan. Africa, according to this map, seems to be pretty open as well, with Egypt, Namibia, Kenya and more open for travel. Central and South America are very doable, and I'm proof of that, with Peru, Mexico, Guatemala and others being open for you to explore. In the good old days, the only real document that you needed was your passport, but that has changed as well, because you will need to pack one more thing, and that is either PCR test or your vaccine certificate. Not always will you need it, and people on the borders usually care more about your visa or if you're traveling illegally or something, but in some occasions you will need to show a proof either of the vaccine or the test. I think that maybe on all borders you will need to report if you have been sick lately, or if you've been in touch with someone who has COVID, or if you had fever in last 14 days, but that should be about it. So in most cases, I think that you will need your passport, the vaccine or PCR test, and the health statement, which can usually be done online. A lot of times I would also have to show something when boarding a long-haul bus. For example, in Peru, if you're taking an overnight bus, you have to have the vaccine certificate and also have the health declaration that they will give you at the bus station. Sometimes it happened they asked for vaccine or test in restaurants, but it wasn't very common. Because while in Europe the situation might be getting better, in Central and South America it still felt like a really big deal. People wear face masks everywhere, even if they're sitting in the car alone. And when we took the train to Machu Picchu, they even asked us for 2 face masks and a face shield. Is it annoying? Yes, but health comes first, and when traveling I'm just trying to respect what they asked me to do. Did you hear me, Japan? Let me in! Let me in! People on the streets and markets stocked up with one more item, and that is face masks. So if you ever need a face mask, there is always a place close by to get it. Restaurants started using QR codes basically everywhere, so you can just scan it and look at the menu on your phone. They still have paper menus, but if you're afraid to touch anything, you can just scan the QR code and you are germ-free, baby. Also, one big thing that's changed is that people don't touch anymore, which means no more awkward handshakes.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Everybody's just fist bumping now, which is kind of cool actually, because you come into a hotel and you just fist bump with the manager like your best buddies, so that was kind of nice. And basically everywhere, on every corner, you will find a disinfectant gel or spray. That goes for shops, restaurants, markets, museums, stations, just everywhere. And some public places are required to check your temperature, which usually just results in people lazily waving their hand in front of the machine, and that's about it. Not once did I feel in danger that I'm traveling and might catch COVID. With the amount of regulations that are put in place, it really felt safe. I think that dengue and malaria and all these other things will be more of your concern when traveling. Which of course doesn't mean that you should be reckless. Still take care of yourself, take care of the others. Traveling is definitely more than possible now, just please stay safe. But now I want something from you, actually. I think it would be cool if you wrote down in the comments how is the situation in your country, so other people might read it and it might be helpful for them if they want to come visit. I can only tell you for sure that traveling Central and South America was very easy, and even with some bumps along the way, it didn't feel like anything that would ruin the trip. But yeah, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time. But until then, ciao!